It's Tuesday, November 21. This is the news on PBCJ. I am Simone Absalom. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his government is moving to have public sector wage negotiations completed before the next fiscal year. The Prime Minister says while he understands the need for dialogue and exploring possibilities, the process is moving slowly. As a result, Mr. Holness says his team will be increasing its communication with stakeholders to reach an agreement.
Myself and the Minister of Finance and his team, we have had discussions about how we can improve that dialogue, improve the communication, and build the trust and credibility on both sides of the conversation. And that exercise will have to be intensified. I'm giving some oversight to it, but at the same time, we will allow the process to continue.
The Prime Minister was addressing an IMF press conference at the weekend. He reiterated the importance of a public sector transformation to the country's economic growth and maintaining the public sector wage bill under the IMF standby agreement.
And I want to use this platform to appeal to the unions to consider the government's offer and to reassure them that the government will always maintain a respectful and collaborative stance in the negotiations.
The state is providing legal assistance to a mother who was captured beating her daughter, believed to be no more than 5 years, in a video that went viral over the weekend. In a release yesterday, the Ministry of Justice said the mother, through the Legal Aid Council, will receive legal representation when she is questioned by investigators. In the video, the woman is seen whipping the child with what appears to be a belt and later slapped the child in the face. Meanwhile, a decision is to be made whether the case should be referred to the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. The Westmoreland Police held a meeting on the matter Monday afternoon. The woman in the video has not been taken into custody. Dancehall DJ Ninja Man was yesterday found guilty of a murder committed 8 years ago, sparked by a domestic dispute following the more than 3-hour deliberation by 7-member jury. Ninja Man's co-accused, his son Janelle, and Dennis Clayton were also found guilty of the murder of Ricardo Johnson, also known as Trooper, in March 2009. The DJ, whose real name is Desmond Ballantyne, was found guilty of murder and shooting with intent, while his co-accused were convicted of murder after the jury heard testimony from the main witness, whom the prosecution named only as Witness A. The convicts are to be sentenced on December 15. The National Works Agency, NWA, is to spend another 1.7 billion Jamaican dollars to rehabilitate roadways across the island. According to Manager of Communication and Customer Service at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, some 21 roadways in 7 parishes will be given attention under the second phase of the local component of the Major Infrastructure Development Program. Among the projects that have already been approved are Comfort Hall to Wire Fence in Trelawney, Colleyville Main Road in Manchester, Nagle Head Main Road in St. Catherine, which are 3 of the larger road rehabilitation projects that will be undertaken in addition to Springfield to Piga in St. Elizabeth and McKinney to Douglas Castle in Clarendon. Work on the project is expected to get underway by Christmas. The first 2 codes of conduct, which are critical to advancing the rights of persons with disabilities and the Disabilities Act, are being developed. Labour and Social Security Minister Shahini Robinson says the ministry is in the process of drafting the codes, which will be ready by mid-2018.
Over time, the other 5 codes will be prepared so all areas of the Act are understood by the ordinary Jamaican anywhere. Our valued stakeholders will be engaged in reviewing these codes to ensure we understand clearly how to include persons with disabilities in education and training and the ever-important employment.
Minister Robinson was speaking at the recent launch of a media campaign to increase public awareness on the rights of persons with disabilities. It's official. Almost 60,000 Haitians will lose their temporary residency permits in the United States next year. The Trump administration said Monday it is ending a temporary residency permit program that has given Haitians the ability to live, work in the United States since 2010, where a powerful earthquake shook that Caribbean nation. The Homeland Security Department said conditions in Haiti have improved significantly, so the benefit will be extended one last time until July 2019 to give Haitians time to prepare to return home. Advocates, members of Congress, and Haitian President Jovenel Moïse's government has also requested an extension, noting that while Haiti has made advances spurred by international aid since the quake, the Caribbean nation remains one of the poorest in the world. And in sports, we're kicking it with football. It will be a repeat of the Ben Francis Cup final as Dintil Technical and Clarendon College meet in the first semi-final of the Issa Flo da Costa Cup today at the Montego Bay Sports Complex. When the two met at St. Elizabeth Technical for the knockout final, it was Clarendon College who ran out 4-1 winners in extra time. However, with a 1-1 scoreline at the end of regulation time then, coach of Dintil, Curtis Hamilton, is confident he will turn the tables today. And Jamaica's under-20 football team lost 1-0 to Trinidad and Tobago. That's the Jamaica's under-20 women's football team. The two teams were vying for a spot in the 2018 Women's World Cup. And that's it for news and sports. Do stay with us. Weather is next. That was the weather report. Thanks so much for making it PBCJ. Remember, we are the People's Station.
Jamaica. We can do so much as individuals.
But together, we are